There's more shit we didn't get wrong, Matt.
No, there isn't.
I'm pretty sure.
Did you know that death is just a silent, a silent skeleton with titties that never does anything?
I did.
It's the only way she's ever been.
Quite frankly, it's the only way I want her to be.
That's the only way I want. That's the only way I want you to want her to be.
That's damn straight.
Okay.
Let's get into it.
Let's get into it.
All right, so so I guess as far as recent comic news goes, you telling me that on the set of Venom, they're doing some Andy Serkis shit? Is that correct?
There's been a whiff of Andy Serkis on the set, or quote unquote set of the new Venom movie that Tom Hardy's playing. And someone asked Andy Serkis, like, do you think performance capture is really good? Like the thing that you've innovated with for like the last 10 years? Do you like that stuff? And he's like, yeah, I fucking do. I created my own company. You know who's doing performance capture? Tom Hardy on a new movie he's doing. And then just people just go, what's Tom Hardy currently filming? Fucking nothing but Venom. So,
okay.
Hey, no weird plasticky. Do you remember in Spider-Man 3, Foreman wore the suit where they attached little bits of tentacle to his face, and it just didn't work out? Like, none of that. They
tried a thing.
No, it didn't work out. The whole movie was they tried a thing.
Like, no matter how I think about it, like, coating somebody in symbiote juice is the most expensive thing you can do.
I guess it must be.
You can't ease up on it. You have to go all in.
And the rest of Venom and Spider-Man 3 was just this CG monstrosity that, like, DigiPen couldn't even hope to, like, accomplish.
Super shiny, super, like, overly lit. And,
so performance capture for Venom, that's the way.
That sounds all right.
Because the actor gets paid.
But
for all of the performance.
Right. Now and then really the heavy lifting at that point also moves over to the CG team to make sure that they're doing a good job with because you know that's what it has to be. It's all about, you know, because I'm like, how do you do practical effects Venom? You dunk a man in oil, you know?
Well, like there's cosplayers that actually do it, and like because they got to think outside the box and think under a budget.
Yeah.
So you'll see people that literally like looks like they put like some sort of plasticky paint on, like just the body paint thing that has that shiny look.
Well, you know how I've described it before. Like the real Venom that I like is matte Venom. When it's not Matt Gargan. No, and not Gargan.
Yeah,
I mean M-A-T-T-E.
When we're in New York Comic Con, you pointed out a Venom statue.
That that's a good Venom when it's not shiny and reflective, but it's got a matte quality to it.
And the Venom statue you got me also is like that. It's not shiny.
That's the good Venom.
Woolie, there we have a bit more news on the Venom movie. That's not in the story that we're looking at.
Okay.
Well, I think you were away or something. News dropped that we might see a certain evil force during this movie by the names of Phage, Lasher, Scream,
the fuck up!
Agony, and Riot.
Fuck you, where did that come from?
Also on Joe Blow, a week ago, it said this Venom movie will most likely take elements from the Lethal Protector storyline, which had them, that's where they debuted.
Oh my god,
it's not 100% confirmation, but like the news story just has a picture of Lasher, Riot, Phage, Scream, and Agony. So can we find it?
Fuck out. Oh my god, do you remember what the headline was?
Yeah, it was like a week ago.
Why can't I should be able to just
no.
I should be able to just type the word Phage into a search engine.
I think it might have been actually the first story.
Oh my god. That would be the biggest mistake.
What are you talking about? Get out of this show, half the show.
Introducing the fucking symbiote bitches.
Introducing who?
Riot, Phage, Agony,
Two more. I've memorized it now.
God damn it. Right? Phage, agony, suffering.
No. Close, but no.
Oh, man. Pestilence.
No, agony and lasher.
No, I said agony.
Okay, then scream.
Scream. Shriek. No?
No. You've done this before. Shriek is the black and white domino-looking girl that shoots sonic waves.
That is Shriek.
And then the other guy was Lasher.
Scream and Lasher. Yes. Okay.
Okay, but believe me, it's a story because I went nuts on my Twitter about it.
Fuck you, man.
No. It's great. It's pure. Oh, no, he's looking it up.
If I just hold on a minute, because I need, like, this is the way it should be. If I just simply type Phage
Tom Hardy
into Google, this is 100% what we should be getting.
Tom Hardy film page, that doesn't count.
No. 3 huge questions we have about Tom Hardy's Venom movie.
Whoa, wait.
There's maybe some stuff here. I was never a huge fan of this one. I mean,
neither am I, because it has tiny little eyes in his eye holes.
Yeah, and it's too like
that particular Venom.
It's too like graphic designed for like a beast suit on you. You know, like too much thought put into that. Okay, no. Okay,
put Joe Blow in the thing, in the subject line. How will they explain this? This site's bad.
Okay,
Cinema Blend doesn't seem to know. Put
Phage, Joe Blow, because fuck
Venom.
you. No, it has to be Phage.
Why does it have to be Phage? Because Phage is like a word that means other things.
Good. No, there's nothing there. Fuck it.
There.
We're out.
No.
We're out. All right.
What other little story came across our desk?
Okay. Well, besides that bullshit that Matt just made up
from
his own brain, that's never been real ever. We've also got the thing that everyone yelled to do
at the screen.
Just yelling. I remember I yelled really hard.
Oh.
Yes, you make that Laura spin-off movie. Do that. But here's the question.
Mm-hmm.
Do you call it Laura or do you call it X-23? Because
you call it All New Wolverine. That's how you. That's what you call the movie.
Mm-hmm.
Wolverine: The Next Generation.
Because the thing is obviously, like, anyone who's a fan wants it to be called X-23. Anyone who saw the movie wants it to be called Laura. And marketing wise, it'd be smarter for them to call it Laura. The new Wolverine.
Laura,
a Wolverine story.
Laura-reen.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Laura Logan. Yeah, whatever the fuck, you know.
But I'm glad that they're not like, hey, get Hugh Jackman again. He had a clone. He had another clone.
Yeah. Laura Howlett.
Laura Howlett, sure.
But either way, like, I feel like, the name X-23, as much as I would love it, it would just not be, like, actually a thing that people recognize.
Plus, it'd be kind of outdated, even calling her that. Unless they want to actually tell that part of her life.
Well,
because now she's just Wolverine.
Well, yeah, but I mean, comic X-23 had a period of time with which, like, she was just X-23.
No, I know.
And it was after she was out and about. So
out and about doing her thing.
Yeah, you know, wearing those dresses and killing dudes, for really good reasons. But yes, beyond that, like, them following up on this is awesome. That's really cool because, you know what, like, Fox, like, when you try and fail and try and fail and try and fail and then get a good one and then try and fail again and then get another good one, then
that's a good batting average. You know?
and you latch onto that shit and follow up with it as hard as you can. So that looks cool. That's cool. I'm down to see where that goes.
Yeah, they're working on a script. That's where it is. Hopefully it and like, I like that actress, that kid, because, like, by the time this happens, she'll be like the natural age she should be.
not that far along, but a bit closer.
Because kids are gross nowadays. Yeah, where it's like you look at them, then a door swings open, and then they're an adult.
Yeah, absolutely. And it would be super uncomfortable if she had like double D's and it was just puberty popping like Family Guy style, like boop boop, out of nowhere. But I'm fucking around. It's cool that she'd be a bit older. She'd look a little bit more like the character that we want from the comics. But I've also grown to like young, stupid baby Laura. Watching her westerns and then going.
That was her lines. We just know it's fast.
Yeah. It's really funny. It's great.
No, that's good. It's good stuff.
Cool.
So hopefully that turns out all well and good.
All right. What'd you read?
I don't have it with me today, but we'll look at some picks. I picked up the new Killer Instinct #1 comic from Dynamite. I picked it up at New York Comic Con. So what this is like a Killer Instinct comic based on like the last game, because you and I both know there was an old series.
Are we sure we're not continuing the old series? That's not what they decided to do, because they could have.
What they did decide to do is
people have been waiting.
This comic book at the end of the game is over.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
So the heroes won. Killer Instinct. I don't know who did it or who won. Someone beat them.
Okay, someone beat Ultra Tech.
On Gargos and Idol. I don't know. They try to explain right here. You can see the Killer Instinct story in one splash page, where they go. Gargos fought everyone, and there was Shadow Babies, and there was Omen.
What about
Spinal
Arya?
was there too. There's Arya in the back fighting Combo, I guess, and then that's it. And now the world is a world of hobos, and it's wiped clean of all life.
Whoa.
And they're like, yeah, we won, though, but the world is suffering real bad.
Okay.
And Kim Woo is a homeless person as well, and she just hangs out with homeless people.
So we Mad Max world kind of thing?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Then Mira shows up in a SWAT uniform, and she has a bunch of vampires. And then Kim Woo fights her. And that's Killer Instinct. The first #1. Me couldn't have been more confused about this narrative. I just assumed if you're making a comic book based on a current fighting game, you would start it at points for taking a unique approach. Big points.
Okay, well, here's now where I have a theory, right?
Yeah.
My theory is you can do two approaches when you get a license to do a thing, right? You can A, do it the hard way, which means trying to tell a story within the fighting game.
Yes.
And trying to use what exists in the game to, like, make events and plot points to move forward from. Mm-hmm. Or B, just go, yeah, all that shit happened. Now our shit starts, and nobody can say anything otherwise.
I can say something otherwise. Your shit, your thing is bad.
Yeah.
Because unfortunately, I mean, you can maybe see it in the pics, but like, not great art, really not quality art. And you know what bothers me nowadays? It's like, in the days of shitty comic books like Saga and things that kind of, push the art form back down. Killer Instinct does the thing where it's like, you know what? Instead of backgrounds, how about no backgrounds? How about just colored panels? How about you fight in front of a color?
You know who was really good? Tite Kubo with the bleach stuff. Yeah. Fuck backgrounds. Focus on the figures. That's all you need.
And then you would
no
focus
one has time for that.
On the figures of this comic book, and they're just not drawn well. Like, I can't draw any better, but like, this was just disappointing from like a storyline perspective, from an art perspective, and unfortunately the dialogue was also just not great. So I don't know if I'm going to pick up more issues of this. I think it's...
You're not sure. You're still considering
depending on what the cover is.
So
of the next one. The cover's shiny, maybe?
So it's like...
If Hisako's on the cover, I'll get it.
But here's the thing, right? Here's why that's dumb. Because... Not that. I mean, just in terms of like fast forward all that game bullshit so that we don't have to think about it, and now we can write our own story and do what we want with these characters. Like, that is the lazy, shitty, stupid way to do this. And if you tell a good story, then that'd be awesome. But like, you're pretty much
nail it.
But what's a cool thing when you do it the right way, and or when you do it within the framework of the thing that people care about, then you get that fun udon bit where it's like, that's why that happened, right? You go, oh, this is really cool because these events played out in this way that I didn't, know otherwise because they wrote it. But then it leads back to a thing that you do know from the game. Yeah. And you go, oh, that makes that thing from the game better because, like, if you think about it in that canon, it makes more sense leading into these events. Like, you get to see, like, a video game would provide, like, the bullet points, and then, like, the comic story can weave you through to get to these different bullet points if it's well written enough.
Just and like all of Udon's, like even their Darkstalkers one was like, wow, you made a compelling narrative out of the nothing that is the Darkstalkers story.
Yeah.
I don't even know if there was a tournament in Darkstalkers.
I mean,
was it all wandering all the time?
Like, all the time? Because, like, Udon, like, the comics, like, they've been around for so long, and they definitely take flack, and they haven't all been 100%. But, like, I remember when starting out, and it's like you start out on Charlie's death, and then you move through 2 other Charlie deaths, which is canonically what's happened in those games, one of which is Shadow, you know what I mean? And then you move into the dolls before the dolls were really elaborated on in 5, and you get into, like, all these little bits, Sagat getting taught by Dalsim, right? Sakura on Instant Messenger,
and that's taken from Street Fighter, a thing that has the most fractured, like, like some games have narratives, some don't, and they were able to weave that. The new Killer Instinct game has it all pretty much documented in the game.
Yeah.
It's impossible to fight. It's not hard to get all the story points that you need. Oh, here's the bad guy. It's Arya. Oh, another bad guy replaces her. It's Gargos, and everyone has to fight Gargos. Like, that's it. No, and they were just like, nah, fuck all that.
Like, it's a shame in that way where it's like it would have been lazier to just draw the thing, the full out documented, like, game story.
Yeah,
but it would have been better based on, like, if you're coming up with an original story that's garbage and has nothing to do with anything.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you're Malibu Comics and you're deciding to put Ken's head in a box at the end of issue 1,
his scalp,
you better have a fucking good issue 2 planned.
And those were all amazing.
Oh, so, Jesus.
Unfortunately, disappointing first issue. If Asako is on the cover of one of the future issues, then I'll get it. But, well.
For shame. Shame. At the very least, did they manage to blatantly fit cameos of everybody in?
In that one splash page, yeah. That's it.
Okay.
It's only
up to Kilgore?
No.
Okay.
I don't think he was there. Rash wasn't there either.
Oh, there was no Arbiter? No? Okay.
No Arbiter. General Ram.
So for some reason, General Ram getting a lot of play, though.
Uninvited.
Right. Main character, actually. You wouldn't have thought it.
Yeah.
Hanging out with Jago and General Ram. That's a
wacky team up.
All right. On my end, I've been reading. I mean, I've been talking about it for some time now, but this right here is Kill 6 Billion Demons.
Jeez.
I wanna.
You wanna kill 6 billion demons?
I wanna kill 6 billion demons. I do, but this is a good name, strong name from Tom Parkinson Morgan, aka Abaddon, who is a really cool artist. This started as a webcomic, and this is basically a printed version of this webcomic. So this guy's been working on this book, and, like, it's apparently going back to, like, 2004.
Jeez.
This, like, it eventually started coming out in 2013, but going back to those days, like, he was on forums talking about this with people and stuff, and it's a long process that's been in the works, but definitely
since 2004.
Yeah, definitely worth talking about, because this is a story about Allison, a super awkward girl.
I couldn't tell.
Right?
That's how I kiss.
So super awkward Allison starts out with making out with her boyfriend, but she's all like, "Mrrr." And then in the middle of makeouts, a giant portal opens and a huge weird creature thing shows up.
You could say a demon.
It might be a demon, and it has a key of the king. And it takes that key of the king and presents it. And before it gets a chance to do anything, the gates of another dimension and otherworldly deific beings come riding the fuck out.
How many?
Almost 6 billion of them if you take a look. And through the crackling of the storm, they grab the boyfriend from the awkward makeouts. They rescue him.
He's like, oh, thank God.
They drag him into the portal, and that being with the key of the king gets its head cut the fuck off.
Alrighty.
Its beheaded body continues to reach out of some sort of determination and puts the key of the king into Allison's head. At which point, then, Allison's body and mind meld and fall apart from each other. She becomes a skeleton.
Nice. I like.
And in this new form, drops into another world where no one knows what the fuck is going on.
Okay.
And basically, she gets up trying to figure out, what is this? What is happening? What happened? The art is incredible. It is really, nice. Really
it's
nice.
It's a little different, but also just kind of comic booky at the same time.
Yes, and like again, this is a web comic getting printed out. Like you wouldn't have been able to tell because it's fucking it's like perfect for that. She immediately meets a being that is an angel with a name that does not translate into anything we know how to say.
Just Garbo language.
But the angel translates their name as 82 white chain born in emptiness returns to subdue evil.
Okay.
Not bad.
That's a moniker.
At which point she's introduced.
That's a gamer tag.
Yes. At which point she's introduced to the world, and you get to see these huge splash pages full of world building. If you're a fan of like establishing your context, establishing your world, establishing shots that have little things pointing out to like, that's what this is. That's what that is. Works. Right? This is absolutely for you. And it came on the heels of me getting into Saga because of Saga's world building. Yeah. Where it's like, this is a fucking thing that is set up, the Kingdom of Throne.
Oh, okay. So it's pointing out everything on the map.
And yeah, this is what goes where, this is what's where. And it's so interesting. It's such a massive world. Allison, stuck with this bullshit in her head that she doesn't know or give a fuck about after being dragged from her makeouts or awkward makeouts, is now talking to this angel who introduces this world that is at the center of the universe and is essentially heaven after heaven has been conquered
by hell,
by fucking demons and bullshit.
Nice. Okay.
And so
demons have set up shop.
Demons have conquered heaven and have set up shop. And it's a fucking, like, it is a war zone. Okay. And it is a really interesting setting because you can imagine, like, it still is God's paradise, but, like, with this heavy layer
but under new management.
Heavy layer of cake filth over the top of it. And the story just goes from there, and you just get to appreciate and enjoy, like, visuals of not only like
indescribable fantasy,
not only Judeo-Christian mythology, but like devas and other kinds of like nondescript things I haven't heard of. You know what I mean? Like original concepts, original deities and gods and things. Just tons of awesome, interesting concepts.
Wild.
And conversations. Whoa, that's and establishing shots and more establishing shots.
That's much better than the Killer Instinct splash page.
And occasionally breaking it up with some psalms for your reading pleasure.
How did you feel when you saw that?
It reminded me of Watchmen.
Okay.
Right? Yeah. When you'd get to read the newspaper articles or the pirate story.
Yeah, the pirate story.
In between chapters a little bit. But it's all for the sake of tone. And yeah, man, I can't recommend it enough. If you don't go out and grab the book, thanks to Abaddon for actually sending it over.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He sent this copy. It's really cool. Got a little signature. So
I was wondering where that came from.
But no, you can go read it online because it's still a webcomic.
So it's just the webcomic republished in a paper format.
Exactly.
Cool,
and,
cool. That's a good get.
It's called Kill 6 Billion Demons, right? And of course, and the dude's working on a new mecha video game right now.
Shut
Actually,
up.
He's working on a new mecha project with something else going on. It's just announced, so it's brand new. So there's some cool shit going on.
Yeah.
And I think you should check it out. You might like it. I know I do. Yeah. Okay. Enough of that bullshit, though.
Yeah.
Too much quality to be.
I don't even want to talk about
here.
good stuff anymore.
Get the fuck out. Give me a hand with this if you can. It's a little rough.
It's a little rough right now.
Oh fuck. Okay. All right.
Okay. Yep.
Oh, there we go. Okay. All right.
No, this thing's dead now.
It's not. We'll fix. Nope. Oh. I'll fix it. All right.
So who? Yeah.
The trash pile.
Who picked from the trash pile last time?
I don't remember. It might have been me.
I want to feel like it was you. Yes, it was you because they started squealing in laughter when you picked the one that you did.
Okay. For those who don't remember, this is all the real good shit we brought in. Our best comics have been collected together.
You can see this wafting, like, stink of majesty. Yeah, what is this menacing aura coming from this box?
Yeah, so you want to lean that way because your face.
Because of face.
So, by all means, you should go for it this time. What you feeling? What you got? What you feeling? Oh, no!
The Punisher.
Oh, God. Hold on. Let's get that down here.
There you go. It's happening.
Oh,
this couldn't work out any better.
Dude. No.
Oh, my God. We didn't even plan this shit.
Oh, I've never actually read it because
neither have I.
Fuck.
I have about 4 or 5 copies of this one comic because people constantly give it to me at fucking at conventions and shit.
God damn it. Okay.
I feel like we're two like young kids that like found the porn and we're just like too scared to look at it.
Well, I'm almost like it's too early in the season
in the day
to be breaking out, you know what I mean? Like this is some late game shit, right?
Okay.
When you save your full meter.
Yeah, when
you gotta pop your level 3s, but nah, this is the issue of the Punisher where the Punisher becomes black
for a week.
But unlike the Lois Lane books, they just straight up have...
It's not like a what if, like, funny, like, there was magic involved. It's like, it's real. It happened.
And it doesn't say anything about it on the cover. They don't... Like, if you walked in and saw this on the newsstand or your comic store...
I think the issue right before it, he's like... He's like looking in a mirror and he's like, I'm black. So it explains it a bit more than this cover does.
Okay. Because this cover is just cracked down and it's just like, he's always been black. Didn't you know? Right? He's dodging bullets just like he did when he was white.
I could have sworn he was white before.
What did I miss? What summer event was this?
Like it's called the Back in Black event or something. Marvel had every character turn black for a week.
Nubian Wars.
Okay, so do we have any observations based on this cover?
So step one. Yeah. Step one on the fucking list is, okay, is this cover lying to me? I'm pretty sure it's not.
I'm pretty sure that at some point in this Punisher comic that he shoots someone and that Luke Cage roughs someone up.
Sure.
Man, I hate that. I hate that old 90s Luke Cage where he just got like a blue jacket and that's it.
Well, they look the same. They literally look like the same.
No, they do. I just mean Luke Cage's outfit in the 90s was he like, I'd rather the 70s one with the tiara, honestly.
But I like the even more boring but stylish one where he's just Shaft. Where he's bald, wearing leather jackets.
Yeah.
That's fucking awesome.
And sometimes he'd have like a yellow shirt underneath or something.
He's just a bouncer guy,
yeah.
just looks like a badass. Yeah.
So no lies on the cover, we don't think.
I don't detect any particular bullshit going on. I'm gonna take one more look, and no, it looks like they're cracking heads, and
they're cracking down on cracking heads.
That's all we got. And I also noticed that this is from the first person point of view because you can see the hand of the man with the Uzi.
Yeah.
But his other hand is panicking.
Yeah.
Because he's getting shot.
Like, there's so much black.
He's getting shot by Black Frank. And that's way worse than getting shot by normal Frank. So this is clearly not a lie. This is truths.
So to catch us up a bit before Woolie and I dive deep into the blackness, is that Punisher got his face burnt, I believe, or damaged, and they had to do some type of reconstructive surgery. So they say the skin pigmentation will wear off in a week. So I don't know if it ever explains it, but does the Punisher go to them and say, okay, I'll accept that. Why do I have black hair?
Right. What part of this surgery involved?
You see, his hair is very similar to Luke Cage's.
Because and you don't, not black in the color, but literally, why is my hair now curly and throwing out?
Why is it curly and little frozen?
Where, like, what part about the damage that I took required nappiness to be injected into my scalp?
And they're like, and then the doctor just walks out of the scene.
Why do I have a pick? Why do I have to now deal? Right? Why do I now have to deal with some knots and naps? What the fuck?
This is rough, Luke. I didn't know you guys had it this rough.
Oh boy!
All right, so we got to give this a read.
Yeah, we do. So well, but like, here's the other thing.
We have another thing.
Yeah. It was like, okay, so is this cover lying to me? But also, this is, what era is this? What year?
I want to say it's like 90, 91 or 92.
Okay. This says...
Do you know why I know that, Woolie?
Why do you know that?
Because if you look on the back, you'll see an ad for Terminator 2 on NES.
Motherfucker, that gave it away.
So it's got to be 91 or 92.
Okay. All right. Well, then, in that case, yeah, there's no other obvious points here. So we'll just...
shiny bullshit on the cover.
No.
It's matte finish.
Yes.
Just like you like.
So we're going to have to go through it and see how it stacks up. Experts first, sir.
Alrighty.
Is that 2 Punisher comics in fucking back to back?
Yes, it was.
God damn it.
And this is filled with tons of stuff. There's coloring books in there, for fuck's sake.
What the fuck, Matt?
I don't even plan it.
All right, Money. What you got, Money?
Bro.
Yo, Money, you got something for me? You got something? Boy. Ah, shit, player. Play on, play it.
Why does Frank has to talk like this?
Oh,
dude. In the comic.
Well, the funny thing is he doesn't. That's the one that
he kind of does.
So hold on. Because I was fully expecting it to lean in hard with like Black Lois Lane and all that, right? Where he's all like getting in and pretending to be it. But he sounds exactly like he does until it's time for the final kill shot, where he's got to ironically be like, I can't afford you, brother. Oh,
I
wow.
can't afford you. So,
okay.
You know, starting off from the start of this, right?
Well, yeah. Well, I want to acknowledge that it's not just called Crackdown because of the crackdown. It's also because
it's all about Punisher buying crack.
Yeah. So
the first thing that's kind of weird is that it seems like, and I was not aware of this, is that no one knows it's the Punisher.
Yes.
And Frank is like, I'm no longer the Punisher.
Yeah.
Now I'm Rook.
Which is like, I'm like, okay. So it's like, it's not a castle, it's a rook. Like a chess piece, right? And right off the bat.
Nice good shot of Rook over there.
Right off the bat, they're like, in the beginning, they're like this whole blurb is basically like, yeah, my family was gunned down, I learned my lesson. Now it's all about being the Punisher. And then the first that line of text is, I was the Punisher.
But now I'm Blackman.
Black Rook. So he's walking up wire style up to a stoop, and he's all like,
I'm looking to buy crack.
I know you got some for me. And then they're like, man,
get out of here, Rook.
You see with your clown shoes. Get the fuck out. And then he's got to pop some heads, but he's got to do it like non-lethally.
Non-lethally because he apparently made a deal with Cage.
Who doesn't know?
That doesn't know he's the Punisher. He's just there's some helpful black men.
Yeah.
To help me
another brother
do
on the streets.
Down.
Absolutely.
That's nice.
You know how to handle yourself, money.
Yeah.
And so, he's going through and whatnot.
Trying to get to the head dealer guy.
And eventually he does. He speaks the right language, and he pops the right heads and whatnot. And makes his way up to the big dealer in the crack house in the hood, the Whiteman. We need to, and it's like, of course, 100% of the time, it's all about the Whiteman. Now this literally sitting in the chair dealing crack to the hood. He might as well be Mr. CIA.
So this Whiteman is called Mr. Rudy, and he speaks in a weird way where he puts emphasis on certain words. So he says, "Welcome, my brother."
Yeah.
What can we do you for? And then he says, "Maybe let's see the color of your story."
I'm not sure what they're going for, but I feel like it's like an awkward
maybe he's trying
Midwestern
to be cool.
drawl or something. Yeah. Also, do you remember these T-shirt ads?
Dude,
every time.
I wanted those X-Men T-shirts of Psylocke and Wolverine so bad.
They look so cool every time.
And then there's some Punisher ones near the bottom, and this is my favorite one where it's John Romita Jr. and he's the Rage shirt. And I was all like, oh.
Because I remember being like, no T-shirt can have that much detail. That's fucking crazy.
And in the bottom it says, Spidey says, order now.
Yeah.
That's our first great ad.
Yeah, no, these were absolutely, they look like the anime shirts?
Yeah.
Before the anime shirts.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
Anyway, back to the hood. So the adventures go
Enough
on.
of that shit.
And eventually he realizes, I'm not going to make it out of here unless I kill a Blackman. So he does exactly that.
So
he
kills one guy and he's like, I don't care what Cage says. I have to do this my way. Any means necessary.
And pulls a classic Castle by jumping out of a building and using a thug as a safety cushion.
Yeah, to jump onto this car. So I also want to zoom in on this part. All of the guns in this comic make this distinctive choka choka choka. That's the sound effect for every time a machine gun is shot.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay.
One of the early lines that I smiled at that I enjoyed was this plan better work, Cage. If I die in here, I'll never forgive you. Right, and that's initially what I thought you were talking about.
Right. No.
But then further in,
then we're gonna see a line later that I couldn't believe it. You'll be picking your jaw up off the floor.
So then Frank and Rook make their plans. Excuse me, for the big deal and how to interrupt the biggest deal since
Al Capone.
Since Capone, right?
Yeah, biggest because they're talking about Chicago. I think they're actually in Chicago right now. I'm not sure. Yeah.
Benchley Park, Chicago, South Side.
Oh, there's nothing really much to say about this page, but can someone tell me, please, what issue of the Hulk was that? Dude.
And that's not the red gun Hulk either.
No, that's just fucking regular green. That looks like Smart Hulk, too.
What's he saying?
He's
Send $1 for a free color catalog.
Blowout.
With his big Hulk gun.
That's amazing. Why are we reading that?
We need to track that down.
Track it down.
Yeah, okay. So, yeah, normal page here. And
we're coming up on it.
We gotta beat up some street thugs, and Frank's all like, "Let's kill these fuckers!
Kill all the motherfuckers!"
And Luke's like, "No, because
punch him.
Streets is watching, man."
Yeah. He keeps talking about it's like, "Oh, this is gonna be messy. Oh, I don't know if we'll be able to dance around this."
Yeah. We gotta save these kids.
Yes.
And Frank's like, "Kill them all. No thugs." To the point where it gets real. Actually, it gets really real.
Wait. The line's right there, right in the middle.
Right after they decide that no, let that thug get away. We can zoom in right here on Luke Cage being told, "You don't know what you're messing with."
Couldn't believe it.
Quite literally.
And Cage is like, maybe I don't. But my friend Rook and I will certainly make enough friends and we'll solve this. It doesn't matter that I don't know what I am messing with because I am from New York.
I mean,
Harlem.
Yeah, money. Word.
Yeah.
You could see him like talking like Frank and then occasionally having to go,
"Oh, I gotta go back." Yeah. throw a few dogs.
Just to throw him off the trail. So, business as usual. They go in.
It's a lot of talky here and there.
They break in, and Rook is extremely disappointed at Luke Cage's like break through the walls and take all the bullets.
Yeah, he's like, "There's a million better ways to do this.
It's not tactical enough."
But he's like, "It's working." And this is also where I thought we might see our first lie, because initially it's like, "Hey, no kills, no fatalities," and then I'm like, "Oh, they're blasting in. That's fine." And you see Frank, a Rook, holding a gun, and I'm like, "They're not going to shoot anybody."
Yeah.
It was a lie. They're not going to shoot anyone.
And he runs into a kid, and the kid's like, he's like, "Okay, I'm going to try to play this," and goes like, "Dude, just run, just get out." And the kid goes, and drops his gun and runs off, and he goes, "Oh." And in one panel, Frank goes, and like he reconsiders his entire character.
Yeah.
And goes, "Maybe there is another way."
Being black has shown me.
Maybe there is such a thing as a bulletproof attitude. And
no, there's not.
And he's straight up like, he's like, "Maybe we can save the hood."
With compassion and fists.
Right? And I mean, and did the argument happen before this? Where
Cage and him?
Yeah, where they were basically going over.
I think it happened before it, yeah.
Because I'm like, "Oh shit, how did it suddenly get real?" In a moment, yeah, where like suddenly the conversation that they're having about like doing it lethally or non-lethally, he's like, Cage is like, "Yeah, we can't have any blood stains. We can't have any more dying brothers." And Frank's like, "Brother, why don't you wake up, Cage? This isn't about race. FBI shows you that most crimes are committed in the inner city by blacks on blacks. Movies and TV still hype brothers as the street thug, the common man to fear. You know what that looks like in the eyes of strangers, that feeling." And then
Punisher comics still relevant today.
Getting into a real conversation, and Luke's like, "Yeah, but no, it's about the image and the optics, and we got to do what we can. It's all about
reality."
And it's like, "Oh, you think you know more because you're black?" And he's like, "No, I know more because I was a hood." He's like, "Oh." And so we end on a stalemate. No one gets any ground because a Marvel comic is not about to solve race relations.
But like you said, Punisher just starts thinking later, like, maybe,
Maybe I can't save the hood. Again, though, it's like
open up the rec center and like invite the gangs down to like talk it out.
Again, very different from Lois Lane walking around experiencing racism for the first time.
Oh,
but at the same time, it's like Punisher's not really like that bothered or thinking about the fact that he's black. He's just like, "Okay, I'm black now. Anyway,
in this one at least, because we missed an issue before, but he's just kind of like, nothing's really. He doesn't really talk about it. Per se.
So like, are you saying we might have missed like the panic attacks of him going like, oh god, why?
I'll never get a cab." I'll never get to go to my war zones.
Like, I feel like if anyone would be able to deal with it in a manner of just like, who cares, who gives a shit, it would be the Punisher. Yeah, you know, of all people. But
I assume by the end of this arc, I remember, because this was in like top 10 worst Punisher storylines, like articles I read.
Really? The Black Down Crackdown.
The Black Down Crackdown is like number like 7 or whatever.
Yeah,
I think it said by the end is like he puts his hand on Luke Cage. It's like, yeah, it's really rough. Like, I totally
he does
get
have
it.
a moment.
But then like 2 years later, and like when he's against Venom and Venom Funeral Pyre, he's literally driving the battle van into ghettos and just clean them all up. Clean them all up.
Hey,
and
man,
just like,
it takes about a week to get out of your system.
Yeah.
And then you're like, oh yeah.
Right.
White. Anyway, so they go on. Shout outs to Star Trek ads.
Big NES Star Trek ads are big boys.
And then they get...
Some girl is held hostage.
Yeah, well, here's the thing. So they get the guy to run, and then, like, a girl gets held hostage by Wrench, who up until this point I thought was just big, tough guy.
I thought he was Barracuda.
Right? But it turns out he's big, tough guy that carries a wrench, and that's why he's called Wrench.
So if you put anything into his hand, like an umbrella,
Spanner,
would he change his name to that?
Basically, you know, yeah, like, he's just, this is the item I hold, thus that is my name. You have chosen wisely. And he grabs a girl and says, like, I'm gonna eat this girl if y'all don't back up. And
Punisher here, Rook shoots some dudes.
Yes.
In this, so I'm like, okay, cover did not lie.
Yeah. He basically, when the girl gets taken hostage, Punisher goes, man, fuck all this. Yes. Open up, light them up, light them up.
Hostage.
Yeah, and that's where we get our panel. Where that's the cover, although Luke Cage is nowhere in the sight. Shot. So, but it's fine. We'll take it as the truth.
Lying.
White lies. White lies.
Oh man.
So you know, and then the fight goes on, and then we get to my favorite panel in this entire issue.
You were snickering a little bit
because not only does the hostage get taken, but then handed off to Mr. CIA Crack in the Hood Whiteman, and here we get to enjoy the panel of white man holding gun to little black girl.
Okay.
For the ultimate sign of the man won't let us go. The man is still trying to put us down, putting guns to our baby's heads, and also threatening to shoot her in the stomach so she bleeds out a little slower.
Jeez, dude.
Yeah. So anyway.
Oh, wait. Are we coming up on my... Hold on, let me just...
Because that's the point.
Yeah, okay.
So that's the point at which Luke Cage is now like, you know what? Fuck it. Kill these dudes, but it's not going to be me, though.
Yeah.
And then fucking Rook comes breaking through, and he's like, bow, bitches, and then like fucking just opens up. And this is where we get the line where it's like for the first time in the comic... the white guy's like, after getting the gun kicked out of his hand, he's like, no, dude, we can team up. I can pay you more than what he can.
Yeah, I'll pay you triple.
And then he sees the opportunity to have the one-liner, and Frank's like, sorry, brother, I can't afford you.
But then Frank does something really weird. Frank is Italian.
Yes.
His last name is Castiglione.
Yes.
He is black.
Yes.
For all intents and purposes in this comic. And he decides to shoot a guy and say, bon appetit. I'm like, what? Okay, Frank, where are you? What's your wheelhouse now? Because you're all over the place.
It's like when like someone's trying to come up with their own cool slang because they don't know what to say after like awkward props and just like, yeah, dog, homeboy, woofer.
Yeah, bon appetit.
Yeah. My dude. Like,
very weird.
He tried.
So the interesting thing here is that
I love this.
Frank goes like, oh, geez, like I'm about to like kill Whitey McWhiterson. Oh, I'm just tearing my shirt a little bit. They might see my Punisher skull.
Oh, no.
Because Luke Cage doesn't know.
Right.
And he's about to tell him, like, hey, by the way,
there's
Cage.
something you should know. Yeah.
And he's like, what?
But also...
why would you wear the Punisher skull
if you're trying to fucking... And not only that, but it's like, let's say it accidentally did show up. why would he look at you and go, oh, and not think you're wearing a Punisher t-shirt?
Yeah, like I guess you really like the Punisher.
There's a couple of you guys around.
Yeah.
That's not that big a deal.
And Rook was like, yeah, I admire his large penis.
Like, what? That's such a stupid thing. It's like, if he sees my shirt, he'll know it's me.
Also, over here, we can
need
see,
to talk about this.
Okay, yeah, you want go ahead.
All right, because we've got the bullpen bulletins.
Yes.
Which is just announcements.
Stan's soapbox.
And we need to talk about on this page.
Yeah.
We've got the January coolometer.
Yes.
Right? And so on a range, and this is 1992, from the top being the coolest shit ever, and the bottom of this thermometer being uncool as fuck. At the top of the cool meter is non-sexual harassment, Red Fox, and Margaret, pre-modern art, Marvel Year in Review, Planet Hollywood, Simon Beasley, Snow Days, Sumo Wrestlers, and Bullwinkle. Now, around the middle, we start hitting adverbs, political incorrectness, Howard Stern, and Tex-Mex food. And then towards the bottom, we get the theory of everything, Doctor Strange's sidekick, Rintran, Virtual Illusion, Squirrel Girl!
That jumped like, she's very uncool in
Squirrel
1992.
Girl is uncool. Like, oh my god. You know, like, you can't date this comic any harder.
Yeah.
Beneath Squirrel Girl comes pregnant woman on magazine covers.
I assume that's a Demi Moore was on the cover, famous
type
pregnant
thing.
I'm assuming that's why that's there.
Parodies of Same and Scarlet, the sequel to Gone with the Wind, is the most uncool thing.
I guess.
Holy fuck.
And I remember coolometers being in a lot of comics of this era of the early 90s.
Oh, you can't
the
date it any harder.
Coolometer is on the bottom of the uncool scale.
Yes.
That's what it is. It was always uncool.
Yes, absolutely. Fucking Stan soapbox. Anyway, back to the hood.
It'd be funny in the soapbox. She's like, man, you know what sucks? That stupid Punisher as Black storyline currently going on. Why are we publishing this?
How embarrassing.
Yeah, we're not doing a great job.
So we then head out to our final teaser page.
Yeah.
Which is the remnants of Kingpin's workers.
They're talking with
the other white men.
Yeah.
And they're basically deciding on what we got to do to get back at Frank is work together.
But no, someone killed the Punisher. We haven't seen him in a while.
Yeah.
So we got to stop him.
So as always, call up the Falcones, get the mobsters in. But the best.
Yeah, okay, what's the best?
The best is do I have to read some other bullshit? Not to start with. Yeah, actually, yeah, you do. It didn't tell you, but you know you do because he's fucking black. And you're like, when did that happen?
Yeah.
But at the end, they warn you, don't miss Cage on sale next month.
Here we go.
Then be back here for Cage and Punisher in the final confrontation. Fade to white. The comic where Punisher goes back to being white is called Fade to White.
The line right before that panel is Cage going to Rook and say, "Hey man, you all right? You look a little pale." And I was like, this Punisher look at his hand. He's like, "I'm turning back."
Oh no!
Like he's like Booker T looking at his hand.
Yeah. But they fucking called it Fade to White because
it was amazing.
Your black adventures are coming to an end. Man.
You're reaching the light at the end of the tunnel, Rook.
The white at the end of the tunnel.
Here we go.
So, yeah, two-fisted, pulse-pounding action from the world's best hero for hire.
Just an advert to go read Cage.
You gotta do it. The big guns.
I guess certain heroes were marketed with like that.
Yeah, sure.
Like street levels probably all had the big guns on them.
Well, whenever it's like in the crosshairs, right? Because, Spider-Man and fucking Bullseye and all that. Sure. And that's our comic. So, Let's tally up, shall we?
Shall we?
Oh, boy. Is this covering lying to me? No.
No.
No, that is a truth fact, so nothing for that.
Do you have to read other bullshit?
Yes, you do. You got to go read Fade to White.
You certainly have to read the comic before this.
Because even though it doesn't tell you that you have to go read it, he's fucking black.
Yeah. But, I mean, that's more like because we just took a random issue.
Yes.
But, like, you cannot pick this up and kind of get an easy grasp of what happened. Because he never even explains
doesn't
it.
acknowledge
Not
it.
even
Doesn't
one
even
line.
attempt.
He's like, oh, yeah, my face got a little roughed up.
My hair got nappy. Don't worry about it. I'm still the Punisher, though.
All right. Liefeld alert.
No Liefeld alert.
I thought the art was generally fine.
It was old. It was the old
90s.
Standard 90s. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Nothing about it that struck me as particularly Liefeldian. Shiny bullshit? No.
Is Liefeldian like a good, like, parallel to Lovecraftian?
Absolutely.
It has the same sort of horrors.
It's a descriptor because it's like when you want to say Jim Lee, but bad.
Yeah.
So we got 1 point for reading other bullshit. Are there strong ads? There weren't particularly strong ads.
No.
But there was a really good one at the end for Three Musketeers.
Yeah, I remember these. They also did ads with this exact same art style, like these action-y characters.
Yeah, I know exactly.
For Stridex.
Yes.
Like gel. It's a bunch of space heroes shooting gel on giant zits.
To get rid of your fucking acne, you stupid child. So this artist totally did a bunch of ads.
It's supposed to be a comic book.
And like this is just a mountaineer climbing and then gets to the top of a summit and a giant chocolate Three Musketeers bar is there. He's like, I can't take a picture, it's too big. But so I'm like, all right, that's fine. So, but whatever.
It's kind of standard fare for that year. Like
all
the comics.
If it was the Stridex ad, I would have lost my shit. I would have marked.
On the back we have Terminator 2: Judgment Day on NES and Game Boy.
That is true.
So that's a thing. It's an LJN joint.
Yep.
So that's cool.
But ultimately, nothing particularly stand out on that.
No.
How terrible is the name of the mail section?
I forgot.
Dude, it's right there. Punishing males.
I don't even really get it.
It's not even trying for a pun. It's not even going for anything. So it's not even...
And I think there was enough Punisher comics. So there was Warzone and War Journal. There must have been different names.
Yeah, the dossier.
And this is straight up just Punisher, like 61. So this is like the mainline comic. So
debriefing.
It's weak.
Very. So it's not terrible in a good way. It's terrible in a bad way that it's not really doing much. So ultimately, I'm forced to give this guy. It gets a point. It gets a point because it plays itself way straighter than I expected.
Me too, actually. It was
based on the gimmick of my hero was now a black man.
Like the cover belies like what the fuck, like this is gonna be crazy, and it was more like a crime story with just not much going on of interest, really.
Yeah. So like again, it was surprisingly straightforward, and if you were buying a Punisher comic for Punisher reasons, you would not be disappointed.
I know you would be disappointed because it's not very Punisher. He's not really the Punisher,
but he's forced to struggle with the
grapple with certain ethics
based on Luke Cage. Okay, fair enough. I kind of figured he shot some dudes and then he blew up a crime man. So I was like, yeah, that's a Punisher comic.
It's that's what you expect. But like, if you want to see a guy with the Punisher skull on his shirt, you're going to be disappointed, is what I mean.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. He's got to hide it.
It's like Rena's issue of Spider-Man where he's always Peter Parker.
Right. The only reason why he's got that Kevlar on is because we need to hide the skull.
Yeah. Don't put on the fucking skull then, idiot. Christ.
Okay. All right. Well, no reason, nothing worth spending veto on this time around. It was pretty cut and dry. So let's just get right to it then. This comic sold for a retail of $1.25 in the US, $1.50 Canadian / 70 pence in the UK. What do you think its actual retail value is today?
This has to be like $1 or less.
Yeah,
it's gotta be like 50 cents.
This has I say 50. I was gonna say 50 cents.
So are we both gonna say 50 cents?
But that doesn't work because
because we're both like of the same mind on this. So let's just try to like. I'm gonna say it's 60 cents.
60 cents. I'm going like 49.
49
I'm
cents.
going 49 cents.
All right, so The Punisher, number 61.
Crackdown. Let's take a look at our...
Fade to Black.
Oh, what was the name of the first one? What was the name of the one where he first turned black?
What do you mean?
Because that's what I really want to know. Is like, because this is Crackdown, but what was the one where it's like...
Well, we'll just look up what Punisher 60 looked like, the cover.
Okay, so...
Maybe it'll have a dumb buzzword on it.
Punisher 61.
Yes.
Should be straight up. What you got? That's the one.
That's the one.
Actual...
Retail price.
It's $1.25.
Okay,
No, that's the sell. That's the sale price. But
wait, are we using the wrong site again? That doesn't actually say anything.
God damn
to
it.
view value, pricing information, you must log in.
It is the same bullshit we went through. Let me enter Punisher 60 just so I can know.
Just so you see the cover.
Just so I can know what happened when he first turned.
It's him like looking in a mirror, looking freaked out. I thought. No, it's not. Yeah, that's what it is.
Oh wow!
Okay, put in 59.
50. So there's been a couple issues.
Yeah, no,
this is a big
storyline.
Big Blackisher.
Yeah, he looks super freaked out. Is that it too?
That's where it's happening.
I guess. No, I'm thinking of a splash page. Never mind. I'm thinking of a splash page where he's looking in a mirror going, what?
Part 7 of 7 Requiem. The final days. Because he's no longer the Punisher when he turns black.
I can't be.
Why would I? Okay, let's try here and see if we get any luck on Comic Book Realm. God damn it. No.
We found it last time.
We did it last time. Do I have to actually specify? That's lame.
Marvel. It's like, kind of big.
It's kind of a big deal, assholes.
Now you gotta find it.
Jesus.
Yeah, Christ. Malibu.
Come on. Really?
There.
Marcosia?
Marvel Edge.
Oh, fuck. All right. Just normal Marvel.
Fine. There. Auto filled in.
Should I not write 61? Is that a bad idea? Fine. Fuck it. Here we go.
No. eBay's not trustworthy.
Oh,
see, it's too much.
Yeah, no, it's
not worth that.
Way too much.
It's worth more than the cover price?
Come on.
Might have to pay for one of these subscriptions to get accurate, up-to-date comic book worthiness.
Autocorrect. Do your job. My Comic Shop. Okay.
Is that the one we were in or no?
Maybe. All higher prices than the actual retail price. From $1.80 to $3. We're all super off. For near mint, $3, dude.
Yeah, wow.
So fucking double and then some.
I mean, technically I was closer.
I guess so, but we were way the fuck off.
Yeah, no, I can't believe it, really.
That's like,
because Punisher Edge, double edge was like $5. I said something like $5 and it was $5.
And because you would think, because it's such a, but maybe it's like, oh, but it's the legendary.
Yeah, it's a legendary black down storyline.
The Requiem line. If you get those 7 issues, you have the special fucking limited collection of Marvel Cringe Edition. The Marvel Cringe collection.
Marvel Back to Black storylines.
Oh, man. Okay. Well, I mean, I don't know. You might as well just fucking rock, paper, scissors on that one.
Sure, I guess. I don't even really want to win.
Okay. One best of one. Let's go.
All right. So winner gets what?
To read
the next page of Saga Volume 7. All right. On 3?
Yeah. On go.
On go.
Rock, paper, scissors, go. Rock, paper, scissors, go. All right.
Smash-o!
All right.
All right, I'm going to enjoy my saga-ness. How did we do this last time?
This is quite simple. If you lean over there and we allow everybody to see, because really and truly, no one's got time for the bullshit. So move out of the way.
Okay, oh shit.
Right over here. Off here, right by the trash. Right there. Hold on, let me get it for you. Did you get it? There you go. Please get.
Oh.
There you go.
There. Done very well.
All right. Now, feel free. I can't look. Because fuck me. I'm not allowed.
Okay.
Please read page 2 of Saga.
So our last page
yes.
was one splash page with one line.
Yes.
Families are goddamn wildfires. That was the previous
and it was
page.
a picture of the baby.
Of their daughter, yes.
Yes.
All right.
What happens on page 2?
Okay, let me read it.
This fucking sucks. I hate everything about this. Fuck this. I gotta read this stupid Black Punisher bullshit. I can't read Saga. Go fuck yourself.
Oh shit!
What? What happened? What's happening? Shut up! Tell me!
I forgot a thing, and then it reminded me of it.
You have to tell me what's happening now!
Okay, well, Marco and Lana are just kind of standing there going, man, sure love her daughter, Hazel. And he goes, Marco, we need to tell her. And he goes, who? Hazel? Tell her what? About my other baby. Because she got preggers again. I forgot. That's what happened in the last one.
Oh, yeah.
Shouldn't we take some type of test? Like, just to be certain you're preggers? Well, I'm certain I'm late, idiot. I want to eat roast beef sandwiches all the time. I don't like to eat that shit unless I've been knocked the fuck up. You need to be careful, Alana. Pregnancy is a tenuous thing, especially between our species.
Fuck, there's another one! That's
you forgot.
True!
That was the stinger on the last one.
Fuck this bullshit! This sucks. I hope it's not just gonna be you the whole time.
Well, we'll be better at fucking getting the estimation of worthless comic. This is gonna take like 80 episodes to read this!